I hope you're ready for UGL.
Hello Starcrafters, MoSFLo here. We are about to show you a game, but real quick, let's go ahead and update what's going on in Season 19. We are on the 3rd of February, if it ever pops up, boom. And then we only have about 4 more days, if that math is correct. 4 more days before the season is over. Here we are in bottom left hand or mid left hand side. We got the top 5. We got 2 of the con accounts. We got Kazachi in the middle at number 2, sandwiched between them. TG, QWE, and Psych. They're rounding out the top 5. Let's go ahead and see where yours truly is at. Boom, at 18. Can't remember where I finished this past season because my memory is bad as far as that goes. But which is good. You know, it's important to have a bad memory whenever you have so many losses. So forget about the losses so you can focus on the wins, right? Or the game ahead of you. So here we are. I think currently am the only FSC that's sporting the tag, but we recently had a couple of new members. Shout out to the new guys. Let's see. We got Barry Blast or something like that, and then Nana Manio or something like that, and then we got 2 new guys that I haven't quite played with yet. So one of the guys is still chilling out with his Korean girlfriend over there in Korea. So shout out to Kush LD, and here we go. All right. So anything else here? Oh, okay. One of the things I wanted to point out was the 2v2s. So you see all these games being played here. We can go ahead and click on Lost Con to go ahead and see how many games, about how many games have been played in this season. We got 2182. I think last season we were sporting about 3,500 for the whole season. But I think the season was about 2 weeks longer also. So I'm not saying that in 2 weeks, if it was extended, that we'd get up to 3,500. But the 1v1 number sure has gone down just a little bit because Christmas break, I guess, is over. So here we go. Let's go ahead and check out the 2v2s. Now the 2v2s, that's the area that there were a lot of games, I guess, compared to what normally is played. I think we racked up something like 400 games, 500 games, something like that. And let's go ahead and see. I'm guessing who has the most. Okay, we got Excess Menace. Let's go to see what game count we're at. Okay, so we're under 100. We're probably under about 100 games for 2v2. So take away the money, and man, nobody plays 2v2. So 1v1 really is where it's at, but I love playing 2v2, love playing 3v3, 4v4. It's kind of just a junk game. Might as well play against computers, but it's also pretty fun just to do speed rushes or whatever. Definitely not a long game. If anybody remembers how it used to be with top versus bottom, no rush 20 minutes, come on back, do a shout out in the UGL channel, and if I'm there, I'll go ahead and play a TVB, no rush 20 minutes or something like that. Those back then, what, about 6-10 years ago, something like that. That was pretty fun. Right now, not too many people play that, if any, but still, it's something different. Micro Gel Wars. That's something else that I've been playing with VHS and some other people online. So shout out to them also. So as far as the top 5, shout out to Khan. Well done. Good job. Live Sword. I believe there were he was one of the people that caught this knucklehead Dream SC that was repping the tag RPTZ, or that's what his name was. He was in the top 5 for a long time. He had a pretty good record. And let's go ahead and check out what his record is now, because he got tagged as a hacker. Oh, geez, 0 and 22. So any of the games that, one of the good things about the people on this website, they go ahead and manage their, they look for hackers, and whenever they find them, they drop all of their wins. They label them as hacker, and they also need to repent. So I'm sure that there's some ways around that, but at least right here, they caught this guy and they were able to tag him. So well done. Again, any game that he won, it doesn't count for him, it doesn't count for the victim. So congratulations. Alright, so this next game, it is by request. There's going to be 2 games, both of them TVZ, Terran versus Zerg. I believe they're the same matchup, same two individuals. It's going to be Pro Madara versus, it was Pro Hardy, but I think at the time he was playing under Pro Fasty. Not sure what was up with that. But again, this is going to be Madara versus Fasty. Enjoy. Alright, so here we are. Again, this is a 1v1. This occurred during Season 19, right around the January area. I don't remember the date. But again, it's Pro Madara Terran Red versus White Zerg Pro Fasty. So let's go ahead and see what's happening. I believe there's two games. One's going to be this one's going to be the shorter game. I will record these and I will post them in the same clip on YouTube. So believe again, there's a short game, there's a long game. This one is the shorter game. I think this is really good, showing you what a Terran build's all about. It usually goes 3 racks. So what I'm told is you leave a space in here, put your Marines inside, build a bunker here, build a bunker there, and you're able to block off any kind of Protoss cannon rush that noobs lose to. Anyways, I lose to that pretty darn often. So he went out searching with an SCV and a Marine. That Marine and SCV find it pretty much at the same time. The Marine and the SCV, they take down that those two Zerglings. Looks like the Zergling. Oh, the Terrans trying to make a push, and those Zerglings say, "Not in my house, not in my house." All right, so check this out. So again, built 3 barracks. Figured out that the Zerg was next door, being a next door neighbor. He's going to go ahead and either hover over the Mins, or he's going to try to build some Marines to do some harassment, spot harassment. But not just that. So the Zerg sees this, and the first thing he does, he has to pull his Zerglings, go ahead and see what's being done. And then it forces him to go ahead and make creep colonies, make the Zerg evolution chamber, probably a little bit sooner than normally he would have. So now he's unable to make the Marines, but he already made him make two, at least 1 spore colony, sometimes 2, to try to get rid of it sooner, and really has slowed down the play a little bit. So very good positioning. Some people, they don't push it and position it correctly, and people can still continue to go and get minerals so long as they press G and for gather, and then if they can see a little bit of the mineral patch, they can go ahead and take care of that. I believe that's the first time he was able to squeak some units over here before the Sunkens were being pushed out. And about the 5:30 mark, that's whenever I noticed the tank push actually started. So here it is. He has 2 factories. He has 2 barracks. Very good spore colony placement, sunk placements. So it's going to help him out just a little bit. He's trying to expand that, trying to get it to the right so that these hatches are saved. Looks like he's expanding back, kind of leaving room over here to the left-hand side. And sure enough, those sunks, they don't take care of it. He could go ahead and spot that Overlord, but instead he chooses to go ahead and take care of those Zerglings, take care of that sunken colony, and a little bit of BM. It's not StarCraft without BM. So one of the things that people have been saying to me lately is, I hope you get cancer and die, which is pretty freaking rude. But right there, did a typical PUSSY name calling, so that's acceptable. Why do you have to bring the big C into it? A lot of people die over that crap. Alright, so that's a short game, kind of simple, kind of sweet. Typical 7.5 minute game. Usually my Terran to Zerg push lasts anywhere from 10 to 11 minutes. But obviously if you know what you're doing, it doesn't last that long. Alright, so let's go and go to game 2. Again, this one is going to be the longer one. MoSFLo, love the name, love the name, love the name. If you like it, say it. If you don't, screw you. So it is a 1v1. So let's go ahead and get rid of Def Jam and Pro Jace. Okay, so we got Zerg top right, we got Terran bottom right. Now, I will say this. I did try to record this same video probably about 2 weeks ago. I ended up not having a successful recording that first time because of okay, human error. I forgot to press record. So yeah, note to self, make sure and hit the record button. I think I've already alt-tabbed a couple times just to verify that I've recorded this one. So I think I'm okay. So again, the typical three barracks right here. Get some supply depots. He finds out right away that it's Zerg because he's able to spot that Overlord. The Marines are going to go ahead and take care of those Zerglings so that they don't snipe this one SCV. So now we have two SCVs building two factories, basically the same build, but because he's so far away, he wants to get those factories or those tanks to be able to be pushed a little bit quicker. So he makes the factories obviously in the middle. So he continues to make stay with those three barracks. I guess he'll be pumping Marines. He's sitting at 42 PSI right now. He's real close to researching that. You don't want to let him extend too far, so whenever you can snipe those sunks, you really want to. So here we are at 4 minutes 59 seconds, 5 minutes and 3 seconds, 5 minutes and 8 seconds. That's when the first tank begins to unload its wrath on the sunken colonies. So he's really going to he's going to be able to take down these really quickly. So the Zerg Pro Fasty is going to have to hurry up and yeah, he's going to have to really be able to push quickly. So here we are again, perfect, beautiful, getting that the creep colony being pushed back. No spore colony, so that engineering bay is going to be really having a good field day as far as being able to have sight range. Now I think at this point, if he would have stuck to just staying here, pushing a little bit and getting his Marines, and he already has what? He already has 3 starports off of one main. Oh my gosh, man. So if he would, and still no hive, still no super spire, whatever it's called, and yeah, man, if he would have took his time, he probably would have been able to hit this. But he's going to go ahead and try the same thing that he did last time with a few less Marines. There is no sunks placed yet, so did he get him? He got 3, 64 to 57, so lost 7 right there, lost a few more. Dude, what was up with that? Madara, you gotta get a little bit closer, son. I think he overestimated how far the range was. But here we are. Now there's probably about 15 different mutas right there. He's gonna take down these tanks. And right now the Terran player, he's going OV hunting with the few race that he has. But man, that is becoming a distraction, because if we look at the Zerg player, it's 62 of 52. So now he has a whole bunch of minerals. He has a whole bunch of overlords. We got mutas taking care of these guys right here. Went back for some reinforcements. Now the Terran player is going to go ahead and get that second command center down. He's going to research science facility. Now the Terran player at this point, he wants to go ahead and hurry up with the vessel upgrades to go ahead and get a radiate so that there can't be mass air units by the Zerg player. So just a couple of things. The tanks, they were able to take down those spore colonies. That would have really helped out. Now those Wraith, they're going to take out as many mutas and guardians as they can. Didn't look like they were too concerned on getting the mutas, but yeah, to drop the guardian count, that's really important. Zerg player sitting at 95 PSI, Terran player sitting at 89. Upgrades already starting, getting full effect right there. Pump, 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 pump. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Barracks getting into play. We got those factories getting taken down. Any factory on this side? No. Looks like he's gonna go mass starport. At this stage, I'm like, I don't know. I think I have a pucker effect. So something like this happens, I'm like, SOP, and my butt puckers up, and I'm like, well, what else am I gonna do? I see all these mutas, I see some of those hydras, and check it out. He's being calm, cool, collected, taking down any overlord that he sees or he doesn't see. And since the speed isn't upgraded yet on these overlords, they're kind of easy picking. So 113, 113. I don't know if you saw, but there was a little bit in the red there for a little bit. So he's gonna go ahead and scout out, see if he can tag some more overlords. He doesn't, or he's not able to. Alright, so we're sitting at 115 for the Terran player. We got 123 for the Zerg player. Terran player does not have any finished. Okay, he does have a couple of factories. There's a Radiate being researched, and forget about Wraith now. It's all about the vessel. The vessel. So sitting at 142 now. 147. So they're equal as far as that goes. Looks like they're gonna. The Zerg player is satisfied with just building up his base. Hell yeah, why not, right? So he's gonna see that there's a boatload of barracks. Sees that there's only 2. Okay, so he's scattered from the top, he's scattered from the side. I don't know if he saw all the vessels that he had over here clustered together. This kind of looks like something I would see in the Matrix. Looks like the Muta. Does he have any? Okay, so he has probably 3 groups right here. He has a 4th group there. And there's the 1 queen. Is he ready to rock and roll? Okay, it is covered by at least 1 command center. And it looks like the Terran player, he was just about to push out. But he's keeping on a lot of his stuff just chilling there. Gosh. It's like nothing happened in the command center. So it looked like he irradiated a couple of his muta, but then irradiated his science vessel. And so long as you're hovering that around the flesh units, they're gonna die. They're gonna die. So here we are, real pretty as far as sunk action going right there. We got the Wraith taken out, the few Wraith that he has left, taking out the little bit of guards on the right hand side. We got the Marines being pushed in. He has a whole bunch of vessels right here, taking out the Guardians as he can. So 165, he's doing great with gas. He has not got his 2nd gas yet. Again, Marines. Any more vessels being made? No? I guess the 15 that you have there is enough. So congratulations. More vessels. Some of those Hydra, they were able to take down a couple of those vessels. But, God, there's so many. Let's see what the upgrades are. So people that forget, 2-2 upgrades after about 20 minutes. Whatever. And I think 1-1 for the Zerg, for the Hydra list at least. It's 0-2 for the air units. So maybe he could have made another Spire. Maybe, right? So easy to say, man, but sometimes there's been many times that I've had 50 minutes of playing, and my new butt is still sporting 0-0 upgrades. So there's his vessels. They came a little bit late, in my opinion. Looked like he was able to take down a hatch that was built or being built. I guess it would have already had to be completed if it had that larva stuff. Not larva stuff, creep colony. Jeez, we got 12. We got probably about 24 vessels there. And he's keeping his min count very low. So I guess that's good. We got the 3-3s almost done. Oh, it looks like he had defilers in few. It looks like he had hydras. And he's not able to get anything down. Oh, he was able to get, I guess it was filled with blood. Because nothing really happened there. The mutas died. The vessels just obliterated any kind of drop that he had. all the guardians that he had. So I guess the next time I play Terran versus Zerg, I'll just make 30 freaking vessels and just attack with 2 or 3 tanks and 10 Marines. Apparently it works. Now, I think what you have to do is you have to have high APM. And so I'm not sure what he's sporting right now, but I think over on the game he's sporting like 140, 150. Here comes another Mutabomb attempt. The vessels are going to get there late. Oh, he was able to stack repair that top one. Yeah, and that bottom one's good to go. A little bit of a push being done right there. And those Zerglings take care of that. Jeez. Looks like, okay, so anybody that wants to know how to get an expo that is getting having a hard time, obviously you got to make sure that you're able to protect yourself from any kind of attack. But I think he noticed that there was a Marine right there, and instead of going straight to the gas to go ahead and get gas to make it your expo, he went ahead and made this as like an alternate choke. And so now he has a choke, and then he's going to go slowly but surely back, kill the Marine, and then booyah. Now you've secured yourself 2 bases. So Zerg player, Pro Fasty, playing a hell of a game right now. Usually at this time, I mean, check it out. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 10, 12, 9, 4, 6. There's just so many darn vessels right here. The tanks are taking care of the ground. The vessels are taking care of anything in the air. I'm sure if he sees those, let's see how many he gets of those at a time. The Marines are helping out a little bit, but these vessels are just tearing it up. So he was careful. He saw those Hydras, pulled half of them back. Let's see what he does here. We got Zerg player sitting at 185. So he irradiates a few of those. So 185 down to 132. That's not the end of it. He's going to take all of them out. The ones that are on gas, the ones that are doing other stuff. 136. So now he's going to have to replenish some of those, actually all of those drones. He decided not to have any spore colonies on the left-hand side. So now he's taking care of the Marine. He's established this choke right here. The Terran unit, he's not going to have a very easy time of exploiting that or being able to get through there just with the ground-based units. So here he is. He's making a whole bunch more units over here. He's going to go ahead and secure his gas expo right there. And here we are. We got the Zerg player pushing in with guards. Again, this is 27 minutes into the game. More guards coming. But those vessels are just going to freaking laugh at each and every one of those. So Terran player is sitting at 180. His ground units, he just needs to upgrade his attack for his defense, I guess, vehicle plating for his air units. We got defilers, everybody. Defilers. If anybody plays Obs Madness still, hit me up. That's one of the few that I enjoyed playing. Yeah, I remember always wanting to defeat it, and I think I defeated it one time, but I want to say it took close to 45 minutes, and in those 45 minutes I think I won maybe a total of 2 of those little skirmishes, or what do you call it, just trying to get down to the finish line. There's some real ghosty people who know how to use that mouse to do whatever they want. Anyways, Terran player doing a good job. He saw that defiler, said screw you defiler, and he went ahead and irradiated. So I'm sure more defilers are coming, maybe. Anyways, there's a whole bunch of vessels. I've definitely been here where I'm like, well, gosh, dang it, man, I can't even do anything. All the vessels are taking out my air units, and then the tanks are taking out my ground units, and I feel very, very hopeless sometimes whenever that happens. He probably still has a good 15 vessels right there, and then he has enough units right here that he, or enough structures here to where he can just maximize his unit count very quickly. I don't know what these Hydra are doing. They're chilling. They're chilling. Looks like he's gonna go ahead, even though there's 2 tanks here. Looks like the Zerg player is gonna establish another proxy. So one, he could resupply. If he makes a few more hatches, he'll be able to probably do his air units consistently all through here, and let the vessel's power go down. But I don't know. Like, I say that, but FNA, man, whenever there's 24 damn vessels on the playing field, I mean, really, what the hell could you do? What could you do? So there he is. He's trying to build turrets. He's trying to build something to block the Hydras from coming out. What's really helping the Zerg player is that he was able to secure this secondary location, and so he's not worried about gas. All he has to do is pump. That's the one negative about having so many vessels. He's not able to obviously attack each and every unit. He has to do it one at a time. So he has to be smart about it, that's all. So here it is. The Hydra no longer there, so that's good. Wonder if those vessels are going to be taken out. Looks like the Terran player is going to get a lot of this proxy, but maybe not the whole thing, because I see some guard action. What's the Terran player at? Terran player 172, 178, 185, something like that. I'm sure he wasn't, he didn't like that. And the Zerg player taking it to him. He's going to go ahead and make his vessels go to work. But while he's doing that, he's going to try to take down as many of these starports as possible. Without starports, you're not going to be able to make any more vessels. There we go. So there's the Terran player. He's not really much he can do there. He's going to have to take them one by one and take down the guards one by one with these vessels. So what he decides to do, so he's not attacking his main. He's going straight for the proxy. Terran player is sitting at 200 psi. We got the Zerg player still sitting at 200 psi. Looks like there was some action here, probably a drop by overlords. Looks like there's going to be more of a drop. Looks like Defiler's getting to play. Dude, there was no ground units or melee units for the Terran player, so what does he do? He stack attacks with his SCVs before those Hydra are able to kill the main structure of the Terran player. So holy moly. So not only has he was able to save his dang SCV or his dang main because of stack attack. Well played, sir. Well played. And those vessels, he still has so many. Again, they regenerate and everything like that. Terran player down to 139, but the Zerg's proxy over here at the top left, which was his bread and butter as far as getting additional gas. Not that he's hurting or anything. Oh, that's a different player. Yeah, he's not hurting too bad right now, but as many guardians as he's forcing, as many mutas and guards that he's making, it's not going to be easy. Gosh, it looks like it'd be GG. Take down these tanks, and there was those Hydras should have taken it down. Maybe instead of trying to go all the way over here, he probably could have dropped the Hydra here, and the Hydra could have taken out all these vessels. But that's not what he decided to do. He only has one starport. Does he even have a science facility anymore? No. Hell, he didn't even have engineering base. Sitting at 160 right now. He's going to try. Okay, so he's going to try exactly what I thought. He tried dropping Hydra right there, and these tanks just obliterated him. All right. So yeah. Anyways, that's where my mind was. And boom, just like that, he was at 4,000, and now he's having to do his little creepy crawly units of Zerglings in order to just stay in the fight. He has a whole bunch of mutas doing a horrible job spreading, even though he's not able to make additional vessels. Whatever vessels he has, he's not being crazy and not being dumb as far as getting them lost and killed and everything like that. Terran player still trying to go in. Now he's glad that he took down this top left, but he's thirsting for blood, and he wants to take down this side proxy that's been giving him a little bit of trouble. Very good with these vessels. The vessels, they're staying pretty low now. Instead of being able to attack twice, they're only going to be able to attack once because of the frequency of the attacks by the Zerg player. He's not hurting for any gas, obviously, but he's hurting for some more units. So right now he needs to probably get another science facility in play. So very smart. He has some Wraith there. He has his vessels sitting back at his home. He knows he's kind of like in CYA, cover my ball sack region so I don't get hit in the nuts play. So he's playing very defensively right now. The way he has his tank set up, right here, dancing. Yeah. And boom, the science facility gets taken down. So that's less vessels that he's going to be able to make. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm counting 7, 8, 9, and more coming. Even right there, he's just saying, just die already. Jeez Louise. So he's slowly but surely bringing his gas back up. He has established this as a proxy gas maker now. But he also allowed the Terran player to get a breath, to take a breath. So the vessels, they're already in play. Again, no spreading really of those guardians. So the few Wraith, they'll be able to take care of those. I think at this time, the Protoss player or the Terran Zerg player is probably just trying to take out as many of the tanks as possible, and then he figures that he'd have an easy day of it with just sending Hydra. But that's just not working out. He has these hidden behind the supply depot, and then those vessels, they weren't allowing the time of day to allow these guardians that he had to go ahead and come out this way. So he's able to take out a few of those. Gosh, this blockade of tanks is just really working out for him. He was able to take out some of those turrets there, but those SCV, they're like, alright, well, I can just rebuild. Goes ahead and sets up the Guardians a little bit. Those Guardians going to be taken down by the Wraith and also the Vessels. The Vessels have decided not to use their Radiate. So the tanks are being pushed up a little bit. Let's see what the kill count on some of these things are. We got 11 on one, we got 6 on one, 3, 11 on another, 5, 1 on that. Kill count 12, 15, boof, ugh, eat it. 15. Retire the ones with 15. Anything over 10, you've done a job well done, and retire them. Have them chill at the main base. So here we are, Zerg player, not securing any other location, not securing anything in the middle. Figures this proxy is close enough, which it probably should be. His main is still rocking and rolling. Wraiths are being made. Alright. So he has what, about six Wraiths, 7, 8, 9, something like that. Now he's gonna go hunting for overlords. So at this point he probably has about 12 different Wraiths. No, strike that. Probably about 18 with this and what he has up here. Siege tank kicks Hydra's butt. So really the only thing that would help out is actual Zerglings. So yeah, there's that. So these defilers, they're going to go ahead and get radiated by vessels. Alright, so it looks like we have two groups of wraiths right here. Let's see if he does a wraith bomb to get the main. Alright, so he went ahead and put armor on a few of these, let them be the lead group, and so they're going to get attacked initially by the spore colonies. It's not mass spore colony here. It doesn't look like he has any oh, he didn't have any units there to help out. These units were too late, and so now the Zerg player is going to be playing without a main. And let's see how fast it drops his eco. So he has 11,000. It's at minute 58. So he had 11,000 minerals, and I'm sure he's going to keep on pumping. Zerg player is maxed at 200. Terran player maxed at 200 almost. And so it looks like he's making any mutas. Yep, there's some mutas. There's some Hydra. He's going to go ahead and make those defilers get full in the belly a little bit so that they can make some fart clouds. And now those same tanks that were there probably about 15 minutes ago, whenever his base was getting attacked down here, they're still here rocking and rolling. He hasn't pushed out yet at all. So again, at minute 58, he was at what, 11,000, 12,000. Now he's down under 9,000, about to be under 8,000, because he's having a resupply. He really wants to get this over with, but now these BCs are coming over here, taking out the defilers, taking out a couple of hatches, doing a lot of harassment. And he had I think he had more drones here that were getting some of this gas, but now he's not. Now there's no drones there. Looks like he went ahead and tried to make another proxy. Terran player, I don't know how he got an SCV over here, but he did. And now he's not going to allow this proxy to go down. Zerg player, alright, so just 4 minutes ago he had 12,000, now he's under 4. I'd be surprised if he lasts another 2 minutes, because now the Terran player is taking it to him with his air units. Unsieged, 26 kills, good lord. Let's go ahead and count these out real quick. We got 0, 0, 0, so those are newbies. Go ahead and put those in the front lines. We got the sergeants, the real sergeants out in the back. We got 26 kills there, 9 kills, 7 kills. Let's go and see what these these vessels have. 23. Good job. This is whatever we got. Regular what is it? Legolas and Gimli over here. So yeah, nerd alert, right? Lord of the Rings reference. Get over it. All right, so here we are. We got some hatches here. He's still hovering at 4,000. Now his unit count still sitting at about 200, so good job there. Alright, these Guardians aren't going to do a very good job versus these BCs. Just go back to these siege tanks, and now he has 26. Don't lose that tank. Don't lose that tank. Keep that tank alive. Alright, so we got 177, 183 now, sitting under 3,000 PS mineral count. Terran player still has his main, still has everything rocking and rolling. He's keeping that churning thing going. So he's sitting at 105. That's 2 minutes later, so he's stayed alive. But now check that out. So at minute 58, he had 12,000 minerals. Lost his main, and in less than 8 minutes, he's down to the fumes. So even though he has a boatload of drones collecting minerals over here, it's just he didn't run out of gas first, he ran out of mins first. So SOB. And really, what else are you gonna do? So now he had him at a point where now he's willing to sacrifice his vessel count to straight up VCs, Marines, and siege tank. He has quite a few vessels over here just racking up, trying to get maximum level energy right here. So I said he was sacrificing his vessel count. It doesn't look to be the case. He has, what, a good 12? If the Scourge were a little bit faster, maybe with the vessel they're able to run back to its home base and get the Marines to kill the Scourge. So Zerg player is sitting under 1,000, an hour and 8 minutes into this game. Terran player sitting pretty on both ends, and it's just a matter of time before it's GG or another PUSSY call. So he's trying those tanks. They're going to be able to take care of business or not. Terran player sitting at 180. Zerg player sitting at 191. So he's still max units. Those guards just get taken out. I gotta go later. You gotta go because you didn't have any more minerals. So Madara, yeah, it's 2-0 against Fasty. Great games. If you enjoyed it, that's great. Go ahead and hit subscribe, like, whatever you're gonna do. Join UGL. Try it out. Yes, you are gonna suck. Yes, you are gonna lose. But go ahead and lose like a man, not like a chump, and stick around. See some improvement, see other replays, see what's going on, try to make your game a little bit better. Again, right here, pretty cool. We saw two games, both Terran versus Zerg, one being a short game, one being a long game. Hopefully you got to see some of the transition by both players. Trying to be fair and non-biased. So fair and balanced, that's what I'm all about in this StarCraft replay, observing game, blah blah blah, whatever. Alright, so again, hope you enjoyed. Sign up for UGL and be a part of the league, man. Don't be on the sidelines. Deuces, Red. Big shout out to my 22 subscribers. What's up with that? Thanks. If you haven't joined UGL, come join us. Check it out. Peace.